and welcome to the second Tactic Talk video, which I'll be doing. This is all about Necrons and new stuff with the Necrons in 6th edition. So we'll begin with the thing that everyone's talking about. Destroyers now have preferred enemy, and with the new rules of preferred enemy, that makes them just great at everything. So back how they used to be, they're just brilliant at opening up huge squads of Space Marines, taking out huge squads of anything with 3+ or worse armor save. So they're your main shooty unit in the army really now. And also there's now a place for the Destroyer Lord in the current Necron Codex, because this model also has the preferred enemy rule. And this means that if you stick it with any unit, like if you stick it with a bunch of Praetorians, then all of them will get the preferred enemy rule. And this makes them incredibly effective in close combat. With the FAQ, we've had extra rules about the Rods of the Covenant, giving them a strength bonus of 1 and becoming AP2, so that's really useful. They're still going to be great at taking out Terminators. The new Warlord traits are very interesting, especially if you see my latest battle report. You saw that my Overlord got the immovable object, so that becomes very useful tactically. The Annihilation Barge goes down slightly in people's views upon it. That's because it's no longer got the survivability of something like a Ghost Ark, because it only has 3 hull points in comparison to a Doomsday or Ghost Ark's 4. My new favourite unit of the entire Necron army and probably the whole game is this Doom Scythe, just because I've been using it recently and it's basically impossible to hit because it's a flyer for a start, and the death ray is brilliantly good if you ever get around to using it, so get that. The other thing I was going to talk about is harking back to my previous video about why should you choose Praetorians over Lich Guard? Yes, you should, because these are jump infantry, so they're going to be getting the Hammer of Wrath if you use them. Also, they get to re-roll their charge range as well if you use the jump pack during the assault. Rods of the Covenant now almost as good as using a War Scythe, or in this case, Hyperphase Sword, but I don't really use Hyperphase Swords. Dispersion Shield's not really worth it for 4+ invulnerable. Especially if you put this guy with a Destroyer Lord like I was talking earlier, because you'll get preferred enemy, so it just becomes incredibly good at moving from one unit to the next, taking stuff out. But, of course, the Wraith is still better, because the Wraith has more wounds, the Wraith has a better invulnerable save, it's better in close combat, although Praetorians will do more damage and may survive slightly better because of their higher toughness. Really the Wraith is still slightly ahead of it, especially in point cost terms. Really, the only reason why you choose the Praetorian instead is simply because it's an elite choice. But hopefully the things I've been talking about here have been useful to you. Definitely still go with Wraiths, try and get as many of those in as you can. And if you ever find the money, go ahead and buy a Doom Scythe, because they're really good. Triarch Stalker is okay. Annihilation Barge is probably slightly better than the Stalker, but the Doom Scythe is the best of them all. So thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more battle reports and other tactical videos. Quickly before I go, Imhotep is brilliant because of the new night fighting rules, so don't forget him. Stick him in your army if you can. And stay tuned for more battle reports and other tactically talking videos.